So, how much do you take on beliefs that you have carried from parents? Like, how much do you actually integrate that into who you are? Because the reason I'm saying this is because this has been kind of coming up for me today. And one belief that I am starting to realize it's time to really, really let go is the fact that I can't change the world, according to sorry, according to a parent. Okay, and this is not a fact, but being repeated over and over through the years, it becomes factual in my brain. And the reason this comes up through my life is because a very passionate person. I'm very much a person that really wants to make an impact because I'm not here to just, do nothing. I want to be able to make a difference for this planet. And when I see all the illness and the suffering and the fighting and all that, it's like, this doesn't even make sense. And when I look at this belief that has become factual, it's almost ridiculous because I'm always talking about how we're infinite beings. And what happens is when you start to take these belief systems that you learned at an early age, you become limited because whatever fears or ancestral beliefs that were there from hundreds of generations, they are almost genetic. And you, however, genetic issues are not necessarily things you cannot change. So let's erase that belief as well, okay? I have seen people let go of very, very old belief systems through a deep healing in our sessions that are ancestral, and it controls their lives because they don't know that they're holding it. So if you make a decision that this is not serving you and it's not actually real, like, why would it be real? There are people who change the planet. They exist. They do exist. So why can't you do it? Like, what's stopping you? You're stopping you. It's just you're stopping you. And I'm starting to realize too, the more you visualize what you want, and the more you come into all the senses, visual, hear, see, even taste, smell, touch, the more you have all five senses involved in the actual thing that you want in your life, the more likely it will manifest because you are creating this reality. And the more your conscious and subconscious mind see it, the more that vibration will shift into that direction, and you will start bringing forward things that match what you are visualizing, because in some way we are able to create our reality, okay? And I know because I've seen it happen in my own life. I said I am not moving to an apartment unless there's a water, some sort of water right nearby within walking distance, and a forest. And I just crossed the street now. And that's exactly where I am. Okay? So what I'm saying is you need to really understand if there's something that you want in your life and it's not there. There's a few things. One, do you really want it? Like, or do you feel like, okay, so there's maybe three things. Do you actually want it? Do you think you deserve it? And do you think you're even capable? I'd say those are three big blocks. The deserving, the capable, do you actually want it? Because when you really want something, you can do it. And it's people have demonstrated this over and over again. There are famous people who, are showing, some sort of a disability, and they're overcoming all the odds. Like you wouldn't think they'd be able to do certain things, and they're doing it. Okay? On a physical level, on an emotional level, on an impactful level, they are affecting this planet in a big way, in a huge way. So what is stopping you? And then, if there is a strong old belief system that is blocking you in some way, you need to first become aware of it and then make a choice. You can do a deep healing on it. If it's ancestral, if it's something like, you can't change the planet because, you're not strong enough or something. Like perhaps it's like a female thing where on the female sides, they were suppressed. And maybe it's an ancestral thing where the feminine was suppressed for many, many generations. And so you feel like part of that somehow, and you don't feel that your impact really matters, or you could actually do anything because you have this really old belief system that you're subconsciously carrying that's actually stopping you from living the dream that you want, you're capable, like you might not think you're capable, but you think like, why has this not happened? Like, why do I keep feeling like this is what I need to do, but why do I believe like I can't do it, And that's when sometimes, you might not be aware, and you need someone to help you to see these subconscious blocks. There could even be past life things. Like if you're meant to be a really powerful healer or supporting healing within other people, but you're not able to get to a point where you feel like you're impacting people in a certain way, there could be past life stuff too. There could be things like you were penalized, you were killed in a past life for being like a witch, like a witch that's doing magic, but really you were a good witch, but it was unacceptable, right? So you might be carrying some subconscious stuff that you're not fully aware of. So it's good to know how to tap in intuitively to these things, but if you're not aware, again, like there are people like who help you get there, right? And that's a lot of what I do with people, is I help them reach these old memories, traumas, belief systems, and we just, we pull it out. We're just like, hey, you may have a bunch of different things. Like just imagine a tree with a bunch of different issues on each branch. And usually what I notice is that everything is interconnected. And if you just work on that one issue, and then that issue, and then that issue, sometimes it's just one big root that you need to pull out and heal and clear. Not that I would ever want to pull out the roots of a tree, but that's the analogy that I can resonate with, right? You need to get to the root of it. What is blocking you from your abundance? What is blocking you from your dreams? What's blocking you? And most of the time it is yourself, but it's also a choice that you are making as well to hold on to these old patterns. It's like a self-defeating like pattern. And that's when you need to really decide, is this truth? Or are we capable of being infinite beings that can attract whatever we want? And I can tell you, we are capable of that, and we need to break free of this 3D reality of like, we think this body's real, we think that chair is real, we think that laptop is real. We need to break free of this and start realizing how we can shift into other realities very quickly. And if you say, if you have a clear vision, I want that, and you see it, you feel it, you smell it, you taste it, you hear it, and it's so clear. I guarantee you, you will start seeing certain people show up in your life that are meant to guide you in that direction. You'll start seeing, you might be pulled out of a job that'll guide you further into that direction. Okay, so sometimes something seems tragic and terrible, and really, it's not. It's actually pushing you in the direction that you're meant to go. So anything that happens, just trust that it's on that path, the same kind of path, whether it feels like a good thing or a bad thing, but it's all in that direction, especially if your vision is clear. Trust that it's all being, revealed as you go. And sometimes we don't have that clear vision, and that needs to be worked on. But if you don't have the clear vision, then you will be pushed into something, and it will start to spark what it is you're supposed to be doing. Supposed to, as in like your divine purpose here, what your soul is capable of, what you as your personal character, like what your plan is divinely, like really it'll be shown to you if you still can't figure it out. But you need to ask to be shown. It's almost like you need to meditate, pray, ask your guides, show me what it is I'm supposed to do. Because maybe you don't know, or you're not clear. Ask for clarity, right? Okay, so yes. So I'm pretty much ready to let go of that belief. I am hoping and seeing that a lot more people are going to be impacted by my words, the healings that I offer, and even just the presence of me in their life. I know this. So no, I refuse that belief system to that parent, that, saying this to that parent, because it's not true. I can change the world. Okay? So can you, and so can any person. All right? Thank you for joining me. Love, light, and health to you. See you soon.